Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Alright y'all, I am back again with another video. Y'all saw the title. So let's actually talk about this, okay? The music industry does not trust Latto. Okay, they don't. They don't. Let's get into a little bit of why, okay? Okay, y'all, so let me tell you what inspired this video. So, Lotto came out with that interview for Double XL, right? And there was a conversation being had about basically Lotto backtracking and double backing on the whole beef situation, primarily with Nicki Minaj, because she is the major beef that Lotto has had. She probably has other ones, but Nicki was the loudest, most public beef that we know of that Lotto has. This got me to thinking, like, the industry doesn't trust Lotto after that. Not after the back and forth Twitter thing. That's fine. That happens between artists. They don't trust her after the phone call with Nicki Minaj. The industry is very secretive, and y'all might think that the industry is not because we see the drama that goes on with these celebrities. Bull crap, bullshit. Okay, there is so much stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Things that are happening between people and executives and record labels and producers and all of these music people that we would never think of, that we would never know about. Okay, there's no way that the drama that we see between these artists on the forefront is all that there is to the industry. It's bull. That's not true. So the industry saw Lotto, how she was with Nicki and exposing the phone call. First of all, the phone call, before we even get into that, didn't have anything to expose. There was nothing in that phone call that Lotto needed to put out that proved anything.
I've done nothing to you. Yeah, you are. It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. It's it's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. Recognize we weren't giving the platforms that we're being given right now. And I give you props all the time in every other interview for opening the door for that to be a possibility now. What do you think you wanna say about, let's let you finish your statement about what rappers were doing before and what they're doing now. I want you to finish it. I finished it, Nikki. Okay. I said for a long time it was you. It was me. Yes, and your you didn't do your research. What it so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody send you the information about all the women in the last 10 years who have had Billboard recognition, worldwide global recognition, since you are clearly putting yourself above these people. No, I'm not. That's the purpose I can't even think of the word, like just purposely trying not to understand what I'm saying. You don't even understand what you're saying because see. No, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it was you running shit for a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I said.
And just to reiterate, I don't want you guys to think I'm saying the music industry won't trust Lotto because she got into a back and forth with Nicki, because that's definitely not the case. There's people who've gotten into back and forth with Nicki Minaj, Cardi B being one of them. So it's not that. It's the release of the phone call. Lotto fucked up when she did that. So the Barbs say, "Oh, you go against Nicki, it's gonna cost you." Like that's a thing, but I don't even think it's about that at this point. I think it's primarily about the fact that she released confidential information without somebody else's knowledge. That's what had her fucked up. She could have did it to anyone, not just Nicki. She could have did it to anyone else, and it would have went the same way. as, oop, that's not a good look. Okay. And I think that she's regretting, her beefs with Nikki, but I think she's regretting the whole thing potentially because of the fact that she's probably heard from people at this point that they don't trust her. At this point in the game, being that that happened a while ago, I'm sure she's heard that before. I think there's business connections and opportunities that Lotto has severely lost because of this. Not anything, of course, that I can see. Like, somebody on the back end told me. I'm just saying, from just thinking from a business perspective, just thinking from that kind of outlook, there are people who have secrets in this industry. And I'm not saying Nicki Minaj is one of them. Well, hell, we don't know. But there are people who have secrets in this industry. And if they're going to know that at the end of the day, there's a potential that you could come out with an unreleased phone call, text messages, video recording pictures, anything on them. I don't know what to tell you. They're not going to want to be within 5 feet of you because they're like, oh, we're going to get into a back and forth or we're going to get into a disagreement and you're going to go releasing my shit out to the world. And maybe Lotta wouldn't have even done that. Maybe she wouldn't have done that to anybody else besides Nikki, but people don't know that. People don't know that. People aren't going to be able to know who she's going to do it to and who she's not. And with her music just not really hitting like that, all in all, outside of Put It on the Floor 2, because the original Put It on the Floor did not do anything. Outside of Put It on the Floor 2 with Cardi, that lasted for a little minute. Um, Musically, she's not really doing anything too spectacular right now. Her music career has been at a plateau for a long time, and the connections that she wants to make to potentially get her, bigger features or get her bigger positions in the industry, is she going to be able to climb up those ladders? Because if those larger people who are attached to, the Nicki Minaj's and people who are, you know, have huge influences like, I don't know, Taylor Swift or Olivia Rodrigo or any major celebrity out here, rap or not, they're gonna wanna, if they're not friends with you, at the very least be able to trust you. Now, if you're friends with these people personally, that's cool, that's an advantage. But if you're just trying to make a business relationship with you and they don't trust you, you're not going to be able to get very far with them. You're not going to be able to get very far with their people. You're not going to be able to get very far with their people's people. You know what I'm saying? I think that this industry is not necessarily about making friends. Like Ice Spice, for example. I don't think anything that Ice Spice with, these people that she's been associated with and connected with are her friends. I think they are business connections. And she was able to make them because of her team, the team that she has. And probably Ice Spice's ability to kind of shut up and roll with it and kind of roll with the punches and do what she needs to do from a business standpoint. I don't think a lot of Ice Spice's stuff that she has to do with, um, genuine friendships with a lot of these people. They are business connections. And so I feel Lotto is going to have a hard time making similar connections now that she's put and imprinted herself as the girl who released phone calls on one of the biggest people in the music industry and a very active, flowing member of the music industry. Not somebody who's washed up, not somebody who's just been cast aside, not somebody who's just kind of here floating around with nobody gives a shit about, that isn't in demand in any way. She did it to Nicki. And being that she's a pillar and a figure in the music industry still, I think that's a problem because people are gonna be like, damn, okay, if you're gonna do that to Nicki, then you're gonna do it to us 10 times over. Also, let me say this here and say this now. I am not a barb, okay? I just give my opinions on female rap and the music industry and just things that I see going on. So this has nothing to do with anything having to do with me or how I feel about Nicki Minaj. This has to do with Lotto and what I see for her. And I don't see her going very far because of it. So for two main reasons. The first, excuse me, oh my god, the first main reason being that she messed with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj has a huge fan base, and they don't play that shit, okay? And two, she did something to make the industry as a whole distrust her. And I think that that is going to impact her way more, actually, than the Nicki thing. I think the distrust that the industry has for her as in an overall sense is going to have way bigger of a lasting impact on her career than her going back and forth with Nicki Minaj. I think she could have probably gotten out of that if she just made some good music and kept consistent. Cardi B has done it. So that I think could have been fought with a little perseverance, but the industry thing, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I guess we'll see in the future. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think about this. That just came to my mind when the conversation around Lotto was happening. And I love you. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.